Pond guided a stumbling Dunk through the front gates of the Jaturapoom mansion. Dunk's voice rang loud and cheerful despite his glazed eyes. "Hey, Uncle Lamb." "Hello, Uncle Lamb," Dunk greeted his father after Pond. Lamb's brow furrowed as he folded his arms. "How drunk is he? Can't even tell I'm not his uncle but his father," he muttered, but his eyes shifted toward Pond, who avoided Beam's piercing stare. "Uncle, it's his graduation year," Pond explained evenly. "He partied hard, had some drinks, a little marijuana. Don't worry, he'll just have a headache. Give him these tablets when he wakes up." He handed the pills to Lamb. Dunk blinked at Lamb's stern face. "Uncle, where are we going?" A light smack to his arm silenced his whining. "Pond, save me." Pond turned to leave, but Beam's voice cut through the air. "Stay here, it's already late." "I'm going home," Pond replied without turning. "Home is where family lives together," Beam said. "Family is built on trust," Pond countered sharply, his voice low. His eyes burned as they met Beam's. In his thoughts, the words cut deeper. "That's all you ever do, Pa, force people into things they don't want." From the hallway, Forth watched silently. He knew the two men's tempers all too well, Beam's unyielding pride, Pond's stubbornness. Neither would bow, not when old wounds still festered. Forth finally stepped forward, a warm smile breaking the tension. "Hey, kiddo." Pond's face lit up as he crossed the hall and embraced his father. "Hey, Dad, I missed you," he said. "Me too. Stay a few days, huh? Let me at least share breakfast, lunch, and dinner with my favorite son." Forth teased. He knew Pond would not get angry with him. He always likes to have his parents only for him. Pond chuckled. "Pretty sure P First won't like hearing that, Dad." "Then we just won't tell him. Pinky promise?" Forth held up his little finger. Pond laughed openly at the sight. "I'm not a kid anymore. And honestly, I can't wait to see P First's face when I tell him you called me your favorite son." He settled into the couch with a faint grin. "Munchies," Forth offered. Pond shook his head. "I've got surgery early in the morning, but since I'm already here, I'll stay for a few days. So you get to eat your meals with your favorite son, and Uncle Lamb won't kill Dunk. Win-win." He stood, "Good night, Dad," and disappeared down the hall without sparing Beam a glance. Forth turned to Beam, resting a hand on his shoulder. "He'll come home for sure one day, Beam. Don't worry." But Beam's unease lingered. In his gut, he felt it. A storm was on the horizon, and it was headed straight for their family. Far from the mansion, atop a secluded hillside under a vast expanse of stars, Techno let out a soft sigh. "Wow, I've never seen a sky like this. Why doesn't anyone know about this place?" Kenkla smiled, his fingers intertwining with Techno's. "Because my dad owns it, my private hill. My escape when the world feels too heavy." "Thank you, Nong. This is exactly what I needed." Techno leaned back as Claw lowered the seat. They lay side by side, staring at the night sky. "I like being with you, Pino," Kenkla said quietly. Techno turned, gently placing a finger to his lips. "I know what you're about to say, but don't. I can't think about something that can never happen." Kenkla removed the finger and pulled Techno close by the waist. "Don't you trust me? I'll make it happen. Just don't give up on us." Techno sat up, his voice firmer now. "Do you know why my father hates Technic, you and Mix? Why he's beaten Technic since we were kids? Technic never wanted his money, his rules. Your friendship gave him courage to rebel. My father blames you for that." He met Claw's solemn gaze. "You're not at fault, neither any of you, but us being together, that's a declaration of war between our families." Resting his head on Claw's shoulder, Techno closed his eyes. "It's peaceful like this, perfect even." "And how long can it stay like this?" Claw's patience cracked. His love for Techno was no secret, but his resolve was wearing thin. "What happens when your father tries to marry you off tomorrow? Will you tell him you can't because you love me? Or will you marry the person of their choice and ruin 3 lives in one time?" Techno's lips tightened. "Please, Nong, let's not fight tonight." Kenkla rose, frustration and devotion warring in his chest. "I love you, Pino. My whole life revolves around you. You know that. You study, work, and live independently so you don't owe your father anything. So why can't you choose us over him?" Techno whispered, It's not that easy. My father is powerful man Claw. Kenkla's voice was resolute. So does I'll protect you, our family, everyone. Just trust me once, Pino. His gaze held nothing but hope. Techno knew Kenkla's feelings weren't a passing phase. First, he'd assumed it was a teenage crush, then just fleeting attraction. But years later, Kenkla's devotion hadn't faded. Technic's words echoed in Techno's mind. If you love him, show him. If you don't, end it. Don't leave him hanging. If that rope of hope snaps suddenly, it'll kill him. You are my brother Pino, and Kenkla is my best friend. It will hurt me more if any of you get hurt. Kenkla's heart pounded as Techno finally met his eyes, sighed, and leaned forward, pressing a soft kiss to his lips. Claw blinked in surprise. What? We kissed, so does that mean we did it? Techno asked earnestly. Kenkla nearly laughed. How can he be Technic's brother? No, Pino, it's just a kiss, but we'll get there. Soon. He gently guided Techno down onto the seat, smiling as he imagined a future beyond the stars. Not tonight, not here, but one day he'd announce Techno his without fear or secrecy. Morning light broke with a buzz of Pond's phone. First's face appeared on the screen. So you're finally home, First smirked. Dad wanted his favorite son. How could I refuse? Pond teased. His favorite son is working his ass off here. Don't get cocky. The youngest is always the favorite, no matter what, Pond quipped. I'm the firstborn, kid. You'll never take my place, First replied with a smirk, but Pond's faintly sad expression sobered him. Hey, I was joking. Yeah, sure, firstborn's always first, Pond muttered, voice heavy. Hey, stay there a while, okay? I'll be back soon. The work here is almost wrapped. I want you, Boom, and Dunk to meet someone. Pond narrowed his eyes. Don't tell me you got married over there. First grinned. I got a kitten. Pond smirked. You didn't answer me, but anyway. Those bite marks on your neck definitely screams kitten. Stay out of trouble, both you and Dunk. Give Boom my love. Bye. The call ended, leaving Pond staring at the blank screen, his thoughts heavy with unspoken doubts and tangled loyalties.